How you doing? What show are we on?
Truth is viral.
The truth is viral, people. So take 2 penicillins and call me in the morning.
Places you don't talk about at parties. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Keep this frequency clear.
And now it's conspiracy. See, they've made that something that should not be even entertained for a minute. That powerful people might get together and have a plan. Doesn't happen. You're a kook. You're a conspiracy buff.
You're watching The Truth is Viral, the only news program on the internet trusted to deliver the truth since 2008. And now, here's your host, Mr. Bobby Powell.
Okay, so without any further ado, we're absolutely delighted to have as our special featured guest this evening, Mr. Bobby Powell. Bobby's a reporter, independent, freelance reporter and journalist, and a patriot. He's had some disturbing video, but also some interesting information he'd like to share with us about some of the other events going on here in conservative Florida. So without any further ado, how about a round of applause for our featured guest speaker, Mr. Bobby Powell. Bobby?
Well, thank you. Okay, kids. He asked me to just give a quick bio of who I am, where I'm from. Well, I graduated from broadcasting school in Detroit in 1987. Learned to be a disc jockey, but first job I got was as the editor of the Palm City Mirror over in Stuart, Florida. So, everybody's got to start somewhere. Over the next 5 years, I worked in radio, television, and newspapers until 2 back-to-back accidents stole my ability to read, write, speak, and even walk. As you can see, I'm reading, writing, speaking, and walking. I am a walking miracle. So anyway, I believe that God put me in Washington, D.C. on January 6th for a reason. After my career in mainstream media was kind of curved off into the ditch, it's kind of like he saved me for one final mission. Here I am, almost 60 years old. You kids, I've been a journalist more than longer than most of you have been alive. Come on, that's supposed to be fine. But yeah, I really do believe that God saved me for this moment in time, because 2 years ago, well, 19 months ago, I was producing my own show up in Michigan called The Truth is Viral, and hosting a show in Sheboygan called Your Defending Fathers on 97.7 WCHY. So even though my career in mainstream media got derailed, my career as an independent journalist kind of ended up okay. I've got the #1 show in northern Michigan by 10 times the amount the mainstream media has. So anyway, as part of my job, I was in Washington, D.C. for my final gig. It was the last story I was ever going to cover, was the insurrection. Well, the president's speech, okay, on January 6th. And while I was there, I got some really wild video that you're not going to believe because you haven't seen it before, I guarantee it. Everybody with a pulse that I have given this video to doesn't want to touch it. It is radioactive, because it shows 2 federal agents attacking the east side of the Capitol on January 6th. Now, I'm going to show you this video in this format because it's concise, it gets the point across real easy, right? And everything that you're going to see is going to shock you, because this statement right here is truth. Everything that you're going to hear tonight is gospel truth. I'm speaking tonight in the name and authority of the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm not telling you lies. I have given this video to 17 congressmen and senators over the last year. Some of them have had it for 18 months, and they have been silent. Now you're going to see it, and it's going to blow your mind. Okay, I don't know if you heard that or not, but I told Senator Hawley that Ben Grunder had had this information for over a year. Ben Grunder is his press secretary. That is the second time that Senator Hawley has gotten that video. I gave him the thumb drive myself at CPAC last February. He has yet to say a word.
Thank you.
And here is that video as published by the Epic Times. Those guys have been giving me a lot of love. Mainstream media, not so much. This is a young Antifa man by the name of Hunter Empty. He's being arrested by Capitol Hill police, as he should have been. Then the Capitol Hill police get a transmission over their radios to walk away and leave that window completely undefended. They didn't know, I guess, that there was still somebody there defending that window. I took an oath as a United States Marine to protect and defend this nation from all enemies, foreign and domestic, and nobody was going through a broken window in the Capitol during a riot on my watch, and nobody did. So this guy comes up behind me, all dressed in black, right? His face is covered, he's covered from head to toe in paramilitary gear. He's wearing a military-style radio on his chest. He's asking me, why don't you guys open up the rest of it and go inside? I told him because that would probably be illegal. So I turned my camera around just in time to catch this guy pulling the window all the way out of its frame. Now another Antifa comes like he's going to jump in the window and I get in his way.
Do not go in there!
Like I said, I wasn't going to allow anybody to go in there. And nobody did. So he's seeing my camera, right? And he realized that I'm recording him. I'm wearing a press helmet. So instead of pulling the window from its frame, all of a sudden he does a 180 and he starts attacking the other man that tried to get in the window. That man has never been placed on the FBI's wanted list. He's never been arrested. I have volunteered to come in and give the FBI all of my video from the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and an interview 5 separate times. They've been refusing every offer. This is a second man, right here, again, dressed in military-type gear, wearing the balaclava that's popular among special forces in the Middle East. He's holding the Senate doors, the Columbus doors, open with a pole. And he's literally pushing people inside. I was one of them. You can watch the forward motion of my camera as he's yelling, "Hold the line, hold the line, hold the line," and pushing me from behind. It's a very sudden shove, you can't miss it. Here we go. One more time. I'll tell you, that woman's screeching is in my dang nightmares. Hey, a friend of mine, Ford Fisher, got this video from the other angle, showing him holding the door open with the pole. And this is my favorite part of the video. It really is, because he's poking his head around the door and he gets that face full of pepper ball, and I hope it hurt. I really do. Now this guy has never been arrested either. His image has never been uploaded to the FBI's database. So it kind of makes you wonder what the FBI and our elected representatives are afraid of. Why aren't they saying anything about this? Why hasn't the FBI hauled me in and questioned me? They've questioned everybody that was within a mile of the Capitol on January 6th except for me. I've given this video to Matt Gaetz. I put a thumb drive right in his hand at a Trump rally in Sarasota on July 3rd of last year. Some of you are probably there. I followed up with a press request for comment on the video with his press secretary, Don McCardle. And then I sent a registered letter to Representative Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Greene on the same day, and they were signed for on January 12th of this year. I gave it to Lauren Boebert, also at the rally in Sarasota. I gave it to Kevin McCarthy and Louis Gohmert. I gave it to Mark Meadows over a year ago. I've given it to Vern Buchanan. I've given it to Greg Steube twice. Once I visited his office and once at CPAC. Here's the whole list. The January 6th Hall of Shame. Everybody that has had this video for over a year. Senator Josh Hawley, Kirsten Sinema, Jack Bergman, Paul Gosar, Lauren Boebert, Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Louis Gohmert, Pete Sessions, Thomas Massey, Jim Jordan, Madison Cawthorn, Billy Long, Greg Steube, Vern Buchanan, Doug Collins, Jason Chaffetz, Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, and Matthew Whitaker, the former Attorney General of the United States. Why are they silent?
Why? No back.
I'm going to tell you why. Right now, according to W. Kirk Bell, Chief of Staff for Representative Pete Sessions, Texas, 17th District. Are you ready for this?
Yes,
It's going to make you sick. I asked him, just out of curiosity, did anything ever come out of that video that I recorded of 2 federal agents attacking the Capitol? Did Sessions ever see it? Did Jim Jordan? Anyone? And Kirk Bell, the Chief of Staff for Pete Sessions, tells me, yes, we're keeping our powder dry until after November. No use in putting anything out there currently. Meanwhile, the J6 joke show is rewriting history.
Yeah.
Innocent people are being sentenced to ridiculously lengthy prison terms for parading, whatever the heck that is. They're being physically abused by their captors, and they and their families are being psychologically tortured by the FBI and Justice Department to the point of suicide. 2 of these defendants have killed themselves in the last 2 months. This is wrong. I don't care what kind of an excuse these politicians have. They are not going to play politics with people's lives on my watch. They are not going to let President Trump get blamed for this fake insurrection until after the midterms. I'm not going to play that. Now, they have tried everything that they can to keep me silent. I don't know if you can read this or not, but down there at the bottom it says, I can understand your reasoning, but I can't weight that wrong. Ron Weiser, chairman of the Michigan Republican Party, sent my friend, Congressman Kerry Bentivolio, to offer me a $200,000 bribe to lose my video and never speak of it again.
Wow. Why don't you give it to Tucker and Hannity?
Sean Hannity has had this video since January 16th, 2021. Tucker signed for a thumb drive on December 12th, 2021.
What about Jesse Waters?
I haven't got to him yet. I've sent out hundreds of thumb drives, mailed out thousands of emails. No, like I said, nobody wants to touch it. It's radioactive. The only love I've been getting is from OAN with Dan Ball and Newsmax with Greg Kelly. And one moment, please. And right after this, my appearance on Newsmax with Greg Kelly, that's when my friend Kerry Bentivolio, congressman from Michigan, came to me with this $200,000 bribe. I told him to go get bent. Okay, he doesn't have enough money to buy my honor or my silence. All right. 6 weeks later, I'm giving a speech up here in Clearwater in front of the Pinellas County Courthouse. Dude tries to kill me with a pipe bomb. You remember that?
Yes. Oh my.
So 6 weeks between a death threat from a United States congressman and the chairman of the Michigan Republican Party and an actual attempt on my life is no coincidence, kids. Powerful people want this suppressed, and among them are some people that you are going to be shocked at. Like I told you about Sean Hannity, right? How about old Dan Bongino? He's a firebrand, right? Well, got news for you. Dan Bongino first got this video on June 21st, 2021, over 14 months ago.
Wow.
I sent him a thumb drive. It was signed for by Dan Bongino on December 14th, 2021.
What's their explanation?
Now, I know that you have received the package and seen the above messages I wrote to Dan. What the heck, bro? No love for Bobby? If this video isn't as explosive isn't explosive, let me know and I'll stop bugging you. And this is Dan Bongino's response. Please take these ridiculous posts elsewhere.
Oh my.
Okay, just like 2,000 Mules, the movie that Dinesh D'Souza produced, anything that is really going to help President Trump, they don't want it. They don't want you to know about it. That's how disinformation works. They tell you the truth 90% of the time and then withhold that crucial little bit that keeps you donating and tuning in. Okay, how many times do you hear from Sean Hannity? Tick-tock, 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 and nothing happened. Nothing is supposed to happen. The left and the right are two sides of the same freaking coin, folks. They do not care about you. They care about power. This is why I would give my life for Donald Trump. I have given everything that I had. I was demonetized everywhere after January 6th. I uploaded my video. They say I'm an insurrectionist. I was in Brandon Straka's plea agreement the other day. The FBI calls me an insurrectionist advocate. Well, if that means somebody that travels around the country speaking at clubs like this, defending January 6th political prisoners, and just trying to get this information out to everybody with a pulse, then brother, I'm guilty. Okay? That was no insurrection, not led by led by Trump supporters anyway. It was led by the FBI and what we commonly call the deep state. It's not just Democrats, there are Republicans involved too. And I have been really disappointed. Jack Bergman was my congressman up in Michigan. He's a brother Marine. He's supposed to understand honor. He does not. We have words for him in the Marine Corps, but it's not for polite company, so I won't repeat it. But it makes me angry that these people are willing to let other people suffer and die for political advantage. And they won't open their mouths until after the midterms. So I'm going to go around them, just like President Trump ran around the mainstream media and posted on Twitter. I'm going to go around them. I'm going to get on the biggest podcast in the country, Joe Rogan, and you guys are going to help me. I'm going to tell this story to 100 million people and see what they have to say about that.
So what do we do?
Well, it says right here, you go to joerogan.com/contact. You just tell them to go to bobbypowell.substack.com and find me. I'm really easy to find, much to the chagrin of my fiance. Ever since that dude tried to blow us up, she's been worried. I'm like, honey, he's gone. Oh, actually, he's not gone. I've got something else I can share with you. This dude, not that one. Yeah, that is it. Okay, it's close enough. The same kid that attacked the rally in Clearwater was filmed in Washington, D.C., attacking barriers and assaulting police officers there. That's him right there. His name's Garrett James Smith. Now, here's the interesting part. Half an hour before that, he was on a bus, Hippies for Trump, I think it was called. They pulled everybody off the bus. They arrested the driver and a couple of other people for drugs and guns. They let this kid go so that he could continue on wreaking mayhem in Washington, D.C. Okay, so the FBI let him intervened and let him go, and he went on to do that. Then after he was arrested in Pinellas County, the FBI swoops in a week later, and all of a sudden the Pinellas County bomb squad are a bunch of amateurs, right? They don't know what the heck they're doing. And the FBI and ATF declared that the nail-wrapped pipe bomb that Garrett James Smith had brought to that rally was in reality nothing more than a harmless novelty smoke device, and they let him go. So that kid is still out there today, an asset of the FBI. You don't think that the FBI uses little punks like Antifa as what they call kites? Okay, well, a kite is an asset that the federal government can use to do their dirty work and then cut the string and the kite floats away, right? So any connection to the government is there is none. They just use these kids, and you know, it just is what it is. So if anybody has any questions, please let me answer them.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell. Years ago, when I invented My Pillow, I was faced with every adversity you could think of. No retailers wanted to sell My Pillow. That's come full circle. Vendors took advantage of me, and I was copied by China. Well, by the grace of God, I was able to get through all that and learn from it. I have a passion to help other U.S. entrepreneurs, and that's why I created my new platform, mystore.com, We have hundreds of products from amazing entrepreneurs. And to celebrate, I'm going to put My Pillows on mystore.com right now. You can get my standard My Pillows regularly $69.98, now only $19.98 with your promo code. Or you can get my standard queen size regular $79.98, now only $29.98. Or you can get my premium king size regularly $89.98, now only $34.98. So go to mystore.com and use that promo code on your screen to get huge discounts on all My Store products. Thank you and God bless.
And I don't want no one to cry, but tell them if I don't survive, I was born free. I was born free. I was born free. Born free.
Now, I'm standing here today telling you God's truth, speaking in the name of and with the authority of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because I am telling you the truth. It was the FBI and not Trump supporters who led the insurrection at the Capitol on January 6th.
Like an untamed stallion, if you can't see my heart, you must be blind. You can knock me down and watch me bleed, but you can't keep no chains on me. I was born free. I was born free.
Trump's people know about this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they have a plan.
You think so? I'm not so sure about that.
Okay, anyone have questions?
Weren't you just on Stu Peters?
I was, yes.
Everybody can share that video on the Rumble.
Okay, what did you just ask me, sir?
The Trump people.
Trump speak.
Oh, yeah, okay. That is Peter Chickton. That's Peter Chickton. It's not very good. Okay, there we go. I'll just talk real gentle. That's Peter Chickton, President Trump's attorney. He put out a call on the Gateway Pundit for a video that might be beneficial to the president. And I got in my truck and I drove 3 hours and put it right straight in his hot little hand. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, do you know Kathy Chamberlain? Are you familiar?
I do, yes.
Okay, with Jeremy that's running for, okay, I figured you did.
Yeah, Jeremy's one reason why I'm doing this, because
I figured.
yeah, these political prisoners, especially a hero like Jeremy, a two-time Bronze Star recipient, being treated this way. And he was only arrested after he published audio of the FBI trying to get him to spy on the Oath Keeper.
Exactly.
So, you know, they're just dirty as heck. And somebody's got to stand up to them. That's what I'm doing.
I've heard it said that there's some 42, 43 FBI informants that were originally on the FBI's list to be arrested, and then those names magically disappeared. Can you talk about that or have any information on that?
I do. I've been in consultation with an attorney by the name of Brad Geyer. He's one of the January 6th attorneys that is handling quite a few of these cases, and he's identified over 80 undercover federal agents on the east side of the Capitol alone. None of these men have ever had their videos or pictures uploaded to the internet by the FBI or what's called the Sedition Hunters website. The Sedition Hunters website is the FBI. Okay, they're just pretending like they're a bunch of leftists like Antifa, okay, and they want to, you know, people that wouldn't normally talk to the FBI will gladly talk to a fellow leftist, right? Okay, so yeah, if a leftist is hesitant to get on the FBI.gov website, they go to the Sedition Hunters website, and then they upload whatever video that they've got. Sedition Hunters website won't upload my video either. Okay, so that's how I know that they're run by the FBI or influenced by them in some major way.
Hi. Thank you for sharing this story. My biggest frustration in what you're saying is all of the Republicans who understand what's happening and they're keeping quiet. How do we put pressure on them so that this is not politically advantageous to them anymore? Because from my position, I feel like we don't have a voice because they're all paid off by big money. So it doesn't really matter, because as long as they get the big money for their marketing, all of us are going to read their stupid postcards and just believe anything and vote for whoever they tell us to vote for. How do we stop being pawns in this game?
Well, you have to do what I do, and you have to be the squeaky wheel. Okay? I've been dragging these people all over the internet for 18 months. And it's finally getting some traction. Dan Bongino on his show the other day called me a liar. He said that he had never seen my video, but I just showed you the receipts, the United States Postal Service receipts signed for by Dan Bongino. So I guess we know who the liar is now, don't we?
So here's my question.
Yeah.
I would think that this would be very beneficial to the attorneys that are defending the people that are on January 6th, that you get it into the docket, right? Now it's in the record, in the federal lawsuit that cannot be denied. Right. I'm sure they're going to vet the film, make sure it's original. But that's another way, another avenue is that you get stuff in the docket, give it to the attorneys that are defending these guys that are illegally held without due process. Did I go in that direction?
You are in the right direction. I have given the video to over 130 January 6 attorneys. How about that? Well, it's not that nobody's done anything, but the wheels of justice turn slowly. Okay, the court of public opinion is instantaneous. I guarantee you that if everybody in this room gets on Twitter tonight and tags old Dan Bongino in one of my videos, you'll find them if you look for Bobby Powell plus Dan Bongino. They're all over the place. You drag that guy through the mud until he comes clean and does the right thing. That's the only way that you are going to get anything done. You have to be the squeaky wheel. You have to be the person that won't shut up until the mission is accomplished. Okay, we're not playing a game here, kids. If you don't believe it, our country was attacked by elements within and without on November 3rd and January 6th. Greg Phillips, I don't know if you know who he is, runs the pit. They're out there in Arizona doing all the voter irregularities. What just came out today was the Chinese have their hands so deep in our voting system, it's crazy. As a matter of fact, D&I Radcliffe said that same thing just before Biden took office. He said that the Chinese had their hands, Chinese and the Ukrainians of all people, had their hands in our elections through the internet. I personally talked to a friend of mine, Pat Colbeck, a state senator up in Michigan. He was a poll watcher at the TCF Center in Detroit. And Pat Colbeck is a literal rocket scientist who designed the computer cabling for the International Space Station. He found a T1 wire connecting all of the machines in the TCF Center to the internet. Okay, this case was never heard. The fake news keeps on saying, well, it's debunked. It's never been heard in a court of law.
Where's the Supreme Court?
Where's the Supreme Court?
There are checks and balances, they claim.
Sir, 40 years ago, maybe so.
I wanted to double check your address.
Sure.
BobbyPowell.substack.com?
Yes, BobbyPowell.substack.com, that's correct.
So I just sent that to Joe Rogan. If everyone wants to do that tonight, now, that would help a lot if it all arrives at the same time.
It sure would. Let me pull that up for you again here real quick so everybody gets to see it.
There. So I sent that to him just based on what you just gave me there. That took 2 seconds.
Thank you.
And
Rogan.contact.
FYI, when I saw Vern Buchanan, I asked him about the January 6th thing, and he said it wasn't on his committee. He only does Social Security
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the same thing that I heard from Jack Bergman up in Michigan. I'm not on the right committees. I'm like, horse hooey. You're a United States Congressman, find a doggone microphone. This is treason.
Did you let the...
We have another question back here. Pete?
Bob, I'm sure you thought of this. You weren't, and thank God you made it out of there okay. First of all, that was a feat of itself. But anyway, you weren't the only one there with a video camera.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm wondering, have you connected with others who have to put together footage and maybe doubled and tripled and quadrupled your efforts?
I have. That's with Attorney Brad Geyer and the 130 other attorneys. We're all pulling our footage and poring over it. We've got teams of people identifying people that, you know, have changed clothes at some point. I'll tell you what, I really can't wait to get that 14,000 hours worth of surveillance footage that they won't release. So that's going to tell us a lot. But yeah, through the efforts of these 130 attorneys, they've identified 80.
Speaking to Mike, sorry, Bobby.
Through the efforts of these 130 attorneys, they've identified 80 undercover agents at the Capitol on January 6th. And that's just on the east side.
Okay, we have time for like 2 more questions or something, man. Hold on. 5 minutes? Okay, we got 5 minutes, so we got a couple more questions. Here you go, ma'am.
Will you walk us through exactly how to do that?
How to do what?
How to contact Joe Rogan?
Well, the JoeRogan.com is his website, and then you put a slash behind JoeRogan.com, and the word contact, and a form will pull up, and it will show you how you just say, what do you want to say? You just fill out the form.
And what do you want us to say?
Tell them to go find Bobby Powell.
Okay.
There's only 3 of us. There's me, there's an old blues singer from the 50s, and there's a black state senator from over on the east side of Florida. So I don't think you're going to confuse us.
You know what you can do? You can catch the video from today
You have another question back there, Bob?
Okay, that's another thing I might want to mention. At my website, bobbypowell.substack.com, you will find a Dropbox link that contains all of the video that I recorded on the east side of the Capitol on January 6th. I am waiving copyright for anybody to download it and re-upload it on their own, create their own original content. I don't care about getting paid on this. Okay, it's just, this has to get out there, and I need an army of motivated patriots to get it done.
Will you publish that list somewhere of all the people that you sent this to? You had that list up
Yes,
there. Is there a list so that if we want to write letters, we can blast them out?
It's at bobbypowell.substack.com. I will show you real quickly the web page in particular that you are looking for.
I want to.
You have another question here, Bobby?
Bobby.
Okay, here's the web page that you want to be going to. It says, huge list of never Trump rhinos, journalists, suppressing evidence the FBI attacked the Capitol on January 6th. So that's what you want to look for. That also has Sebastian Gorka. I've known his wife Catherine for years. I gave her the video on January 12th of 2021 and kept her updated for over a year. Gave Sebastian Gorka another copy at CPAC, and he blocked me on Twitter and threatened to call the police on me. But yeah, you can see right here, it says you can download this raw video right here. Okay, so anybody that wants the raw video without any music or anything like that, just go there and you can download it. But yeah, the whole list is here. Everybody that I've given it to, President Trump's lawyer, Peter Tickton, the videos. Oh, this is another guy from Fox News, Will Riccardella. He's a senior Fox digital producer. I asked him, to be clear, you're not interested in this footage? And Will Riccardella says, not at all. And I said, oh, okay, have a great night. These people are dumb. I'm telling you.
Why are they waiting for November?
Well, she says, I think they're scared, and I think you may be right, but I don't think that they're scared for the right reasons.
No, I don't either.
They're scared to lose their Fox News paycheck. And, you know,
We have another question over here?
yes, ma'am.
Hey, Bobby. Okay. At least half of us in a room want to do something right now, and we can. Get out our phone, joerogan.com/contact. I saw half of us do that. 2 more steps. Name, address. Subject line is very critical. 1/4 of this room, we're marketing people. We have a critical tagline in the subject for Joe Rogan. In unison, for those of us who've done this for campaigns and other things, we have a unified subject line to the point, exactly what 3-word subject line you want us all to use to get Joe's attention. What?
I have literally tried every combination of attention-grabbing headline.
Your name, Bobby Powell video?
No, that won't do it. I'm not that famous.
JoeRogan.com, would you say?
JoeRogan.com/contact. It goes right to where you can autofill your name. We need the exact subject line you want us all to use so we can be in unison. We're good at this.
Yeah, the internet.
What subject line?
J6 video.
Lawmakers suppressing J6 video.
Okay, a little slower.
Yeah.
Lawmakers suppressing J6 video.
J6 video. Okay, and then we got lawmakers suppressing J6 video. And subject line, you want us to copy and paste something from somewhere else?
Well, I thought that was the subject line.
Excuse me, there's a comment box underneath that
Right,
allows
in the
25
comment.
words or less. Anything in there?
Just go see Bobby and put my Substack in there. You could bring that up.
Yeah, but we're doing it right now. I mean, we only have so much time.
I can actually embed this in the homepage of our website. How does that sound, folks? That all you, right? Okay, so all you got to do, tonight it'll be embedded on the homepage of our website, which is manateepatriots.us. Just put that. I'll even have the subject line in there already. So all you have to do is put in your message and hit return. Okay? So that way it might be a little easier than phones. Any other questions? We got time for 2 more questions. Hold on, Mr. Gresko.
Is it true that there's about 6 big monetary people or companies that own most of the news companies? Like BlackRock?
Yes.
So all we're going to get out of Fox News is what they allow them to say?
Yes.
Okay.
You can't believe any mainstream media. Everybody's got their little spin. Eric Bolling was fired from Fox News in 2014. The excuse that Fox News gave was because he sent sexually inappropriate pictures around to his friends. The only problem is that wasn't true. Eric Bolling outed Senator John McCain on an episode of The Five as supplying weapons to Syrian terrorists. He had the pictures to show it, and they wouldn't allow him to put it on the program. So he complained about it. They made up some kind of scandal and canned him.
And our president,
people are dirty.
And President Trump cannot speak on Fox anymore.
Nope. He has not spoken on Fox in over 110 days.
Okay, I think we have time for one more question. Jeannie already asked one, so if no one else does it. Sorry? You have one too? All right. We got too many questions. All right, 3 more questions. That's it, all right? It's got to be fast, though, okay? Fast. Okay.
You said you're from Michigan. The word is that the FBI guy that was in charge of the fake Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping was promoted and taken to D.C. and the FBI, and now he's running over the J6 thing?
He sure was.
So does he have anything to do with this raid on Mar-a-Lago?
He sure did.
Great.
Hold on, we got a quick question over here, and one more.
Bobby, what part do you think SpaceX will play in clearing up a lot of this?
It's about to be Venezuela.
You mean Elon Musk?
No. The Space Force.
Space Force, okay.
I'm sorry.
You know, I really don't know. I'm a journalist. I know what I can see. I can't see Space Force. They don't make their activities known to me. So I hope they're up there keeping us safe from the aliens and whatnot, but other than that, I can't comment.
Okay, this is super quick. So, when Jeremy Brown came and spoke recently, I contacted our commissioners and I asked them to make a resolution to speak out against what happened in January 6th, and they all ignored me because it's not their purview. Do you think it would be beneficial for us to pressure our local politicians who are completely ignoring it and pretending like they are on our side, but they don't come out against it? Does that benefit us in any way?
I would say that a couple of phone calls to Vern Buchanan and Greg Steube might make life a little bit uncomfortable for them. Let them know that they have seen this video, and let them know that you are watching, and let them know that you're not very happy.
If you're going to be at the Young Republicans meet and greet tomorrow night, and you happen to see some of these representatives, you may want to mention something. We're most powerful, folks, right before an election. Okay, so remember that. Okay, so anyway, how about a round of applause for our featured speaker today, Mr. Bobby Powell. Thank you so much. Bobby, thank you. Excellent, excellent.
I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking, king of my jungle, just a gangster stalking, living life like a firecracker, quick as my fuse, been dead as a death, back the colors I choose.
That's all, folks.